Now that the USB port is in the mouse pad, now we could finally choose the design. So first step is to make sure that this is out of embroidery mode. So this has to be red, and again, to get it in or out of embroidery mode, it's the third button in the first row. So now the second would be this one, which is the one with the star. Second button in the first row, it's called design management. So what you do first is you input design to memory, number 2. You just put enter, and it's reading all of them. So we have it under training 1, the folder training 1, and the one we're going to design today is called LFTCST. So we just click it. It's going to tell us what number design it's going to be in the machine, so it's going to be number 5. Copying, and it's finished. So now we just go back with escape 2 times, and we put select design from embroidery. As you can see, we have a lot of designs already saved, but we're going to go to number 5 as it told us before. So it's a parrot that we're essentially going to design. So you just put enter, enter, and now in this little corner you're going to see the name of the title. Below it is the total number of stitches that it has. So right now it's at 0. The repeat just means how many times it's going to repeat itself. 1 means 0. The speed. So right now it's at 600, and we could always increase it and decrease it with these little 2 eyelashes. So this is decreasing it, increasing it. And now we're just going to have it at 60. The time is the time it takes. Number, it's number 21 that we have designed, and this is the total number of stitches that the machine has designed in general. So we have done quite a lot. So when this is set, now we go to this one. So it's the first button on the third row. It's the one with the 3 needles, and this is the set color order. So this is where we place our colors. So as you can see, there's already numbers in place, but we could always replace them, and the numbers are based off the pattern of the thread. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so on. And the number sequence or the color sequence is you will see it in the computer. So the first color is white, then we're gonna do a red, which is color number 3. Then we're gonna do a nice blue, which I'm gonna use kind of the tealish color, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's going to be black, which is 15, and off-white, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Color number 8, and finally black again. I wanted to pause the video just to say that I got the color sequence wrong. So it would be white, red, blue, yellow, black, an off-white, and a black. So I realized this pretty far ahead when it was threading the white first, and I realized that I was missing a color. So simply what I did was I just put stop, went back. Remember, it's the third row, first button. Choose color order, color sequence, and you could input a color or take away a color if at the very last moment you decide it's not a color or you needed one. So it's a simple mistake, just catch it beforehand. It's an easy fix. Okay, that's all. Back to the video. And it's gonna save it, so you just put enter and the colors are set. Now we're gonna go, now this is the important part, which is seeing the hoop. So with the arrows here, you're just gonna move it to the desired one. And you have to press needle number 1 if, let's say, it's all the way back here. So this is just an example of how your machine could be set. Let's say it's over here, starting with 15. You always want to go to number 1, which you just click 1 and it's gonna go to needle 1. And with needle 1, what you want to do is try to have it in the center of the hoop. So there's markings right here on the sides and then the top and back. So you could kind of just move it around and see how far you want it. And this, the one in the middle with the 2 arrows, this just slows down the process, so that way you could see. You just hold it and it moves it. Always trying to center it. So that looks pretty good. So now what you're going to do is you're going to set it. So this is the origin point, you could say. And it's very important because if you don't set it, it's just going to stop and end up wherever it wants to. So you go to home and number 3, set start. Put enter, set start position. And then now what we're going to do is contour range check, number 4, and enter. And what this is going to do is this is going to move it, and you could see how large it's going to be. And the whole point of this process is to make sure it doesn't hit the hoop. Because if it hits the hoop, that means you have to take it off and re-hoop it and get a bigger hoop. So one more time, just to see. Generating number 4. And you could press down to make sure. And as you could tell, it's not hitting any hoop. It's perfect. So now this is where we could finally press the start button.